This is the Barbados Today afternoon news for Friday, August 4th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary-Claire Williams. Prime Minister Frendel Stewart is today meeting with trade unions ahead of next week's talks with social partners on this year's austerity measures. The unions have been pressing for meetings with the government to discuss their concerns over the measures. One particular issue of contention is the National Social Responsibility Levy, which was increased from 2% to 10% last month. Colville Munzi has more on the talks which are being held at government headquarters.
Top officials from this country's leading trade unions, along with representatives from major private sector associations, are currently in a closed-door session with Prime Minister Frendel Stewart and Minister of Finance Chris Sinclair. The meeting, which got underway at about 11:30 a.m. at government headquarters Bay Street, is set to set the agenda for the highly anticipated sit-down of the social partnership on August 11th, at which the controversial National Social Responsibility Levy is expected to feature prominently. Among the entities represented at this morning's meeting was the Barbados Workers Union, the National Union of Public Workers, the Barbados Secondary Teachers Union, the Barbados Union of Teachers, the Private Sector Association, and the Barbados Chamber of Commerce. Upon entering the meeting this morning, Independent Senator Sir Roy Trotman told Barbados Today that the meeting was on the cards for some time. However, he was able to facilitate a push forward of that meeting. This is Colville Munzi reporting for Barbados Today.
In other news, police are investigating the death of a man believed to be in his 30s at Worthing Beach Christchurch last night. The man, whose name has not been disclosed, was seen in the water just after 11 o'clock, and sometime later he was observed floating face down before disappearing underwater. His body washed ashore around 1:25 this morning. And business owners in Bridgetown are reporting a slow trade this crop over season, and they're hoping that things will pick up this weekend in the lead-up to Grand Kadooment. They attributed the sluggish performance to government's austerity measures, which were introduced in this year's budget.
Usually right now would be packed. You can even stand and hear everything tells the true testament of everything. Right now we'd be rushing around, people would be getting last minute things, and we would not be even able to do this right here. But it has dropped dramatically. People are a lot more considerate of their budget. We actually have some boots on special for $50. Early on in the season, we decided that we were not going to bring in any more stock because we saw the decline in energy early on from our customers and based on the traffic and the amount of calls and people coming in the store and whatnot. And it was a very good decision because right now we still have quite a few boots and stuff. And luckily we didn't invest anything else because we would have had lots of stock on our hands after the day.
I do see a decrease, but I mean everybody's just a bit scared of what's going on in the economy, so they're just trying to be wise with their money. But I do have things that are affordable for people, so I still find that I get a lot of customers shopping for the things that are more affordable.
We recently had our hair sale, our annual hair sale, and it went very well. Ladies bought a lot of bundles for pop over, and makeup is selling like something else. Lipsticks, eyelashes. We just received our collection of the Dream Lashes, and they're selling very, very, very well.
And Bandleaders are not faring any better. Some are reporting slow sales in the final countdown, saying that the austerity measures are also affecting their business.
We're still awaiting the tax break that we were promised. That was definitely going to happen. Has not happened. Cannot benefit anybody now. That is something that definitely has to be looked at. The costs are just too much. And at the end of the day, yes, we have visitors coming in and we are glad to have them. But at the end of the day, it's like anything else. You have to have Barbadians participating in large numbers.
In comparison to last year, we kind of are in the same state as we were last year because it would have been our first time out, so we were still getting accustomed to Fifth Element being a Grand Kadooment band, so it's very familiar. It's a familiar feeling thus far.
There's regional and international news after this short break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event on Saturday, August 5th at 8 p.m. The Courtesy Garage Limited Mount Gay Pick of the Crop Finals will heat up as reigning monarch Aziza battles Colin Spencer, Donella, Adrian Clark, Crystal, Classic, Edwin, iWeb, Smokey Burke, Observer, and Sir Rule at the Kensington Oval 3Ws Amphitheater. Early bird ground tickets, $45. Early bird 3W stand tickets, $60. Regular tickets are $55 for the ground and $75 for the 3W stand. Find out who will be the 2017 Calypso Monarch at the Courtesy Garage Limited Mount Gay Pick of the Crop Finals in the Kensington Oval 3Ws Amphitheater on August 5th at 8 p.m.
Before I lose it, take my stress away, yeah.
Good morning, Phillips & Company, may I help? Oh, certainly. One moment, please. Miss Phillips?
Yeah?
There's a lady on the line from the Nation newspaper who would like to speak with you.
The Nation? Will she go on?
Well, they're trying to sell us some ads.
Look, don't make me laugh this morning. Ads in the Nation? They're real expensive, and for 1 year, nobody ain't buying them papers no more. Nobody ain't want to steal news. I hear reading Barbados Today online for free. So I tell she thanks for calling, but no thanks. We just advertising Barbados Today, families. Tell she is Barbados Today all the way.
Okay, I'll pass on the message. Ma'am, are you still there? Oh, she put it down.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back with news from the region. In St. Lucia, the opposition leader Philip J. Pear is giving the Alan Chasney administration a failing grade for its performance since taking up office a year ago. Pear delivered his assessment at a news conference in Castries yesterday. We get the details in this report from HTS News Force.
Castries East MP Philip J. Pear has given the current administration a hypothetical F-. During Thursday's press conference, the parliamentarian, now serving his 5th term in office, noted the conspicuous absence of Prime Minister Alan Chasney, which he says was made worse by his recent 21-day vacation. On the heels of St. Lucia recording its 33rd homicide for 2017, Pierre observed that the worrying level of crime requires urgent action by the government. While not wanting to politicize the issue, he says that the government needs to re-examine the impact of its policies on the sudden increase of deviant behavior and crime. One such policy is employment.
Earlier this year, hundreds of St. Lucians lost their jobs due to the termination of the NICE program. The government's response was callous and indifferent. The ranks of the employed were recently increased by the closure of Radio St. Lucia, and a deep sense of despair created by the proposed closure of several other statutory boards.
And finally, a grand jury has issued subpoenas in connection with ongoing investigations into alleged Russian interference in the 2016 U.S. presidential elections. The latest development is a sign that the probe is gathering pace. We get more from this Reuters report.
The investigation into Russia's interference in the 2016 election and any ties to the Trump campaign potentially kicking into high gear. Reuters exclusively reporting Thursday that grand jury subpoenas have been issued related to the meeting between Donald Trump Jr. and a Kremlin-linked Russian lawyer. Two sources telling Reuters that special counsel Robert Mueller has convened a grand jury in Washington to investigate the allegations of Russian meddling and whether there was any collusion with Donald Trump's presidential campaign.
Russia, if you're listening.
The Wall Street Journal also citing two sources saying the grand jury began its work in recent weeks. Moscow has denied that it sought to influence the 2016 election, and President Trump has repeatedly disputed allegations of collusion, often calling the investigation a witch hunt.
That's news this afternoon. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also find us on Mix 96.9 FM. I am Mary Claire Williams. Have a good weekend.